YouTube, what's up? It's your favorite YouTube barber, Sidewalk the Barber, Split Your Wig from Network Barbershop. Back today with another tutorial for y'all. Today I'm gonna be performing just a regular bald fade. I ain't gonna jazz it up, make it sound all extra. It's just a bald fade. This one is in the range between like a mid bald fade and a high bald fade, but it's like my own little special, length I put on it. And I'm gonna be using mostly my Babyliss Low Pros for this one. In the last tutorial I did the Stylecraft Rebels, and this one I'm gonna be using my Low Pros, because to be honest, the Low Pros are my favorite right now. During this particular season of my career, my Low Pros are my favorite, but I've been doing a lot of work with the Stylecraft Rebel, getting ready to do my review of the Rebel, and I gotta say, they gained a lot of traction. My opinion of them now is pretty different from when I first got them. Not that they was ever really bad, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. So yeah, bald fade, high to mid, with Split Your Wig, you dig? Let's get into this cut. Okay, so as always, we're gonna get things started with our scalp analysis. We're gonna use our comb to comb through their hair, check for bumps, abrasions, marks, anything that's gonna make it harder to perform the haircut, while at the same time we're lifting the hair from the scalp so the hair will pass more easily through the blade, through the teeth of the blade, and through your guards while you're cutting. I'm gonna be very thorough with the scalp analysis. Next, I'm going to use my Babyliss Low Pro trimmers to set in my bald line. I'm going to put a slight drop in the back, not enough for it to be a drop fade, but just enough to give the cut some dimension. A common tactic for me is when I get about halfway or maybe 55% through my guideline, I always flip to the other side and I kind of just have it meet in the middle. That way I can ensure symmetry. Now I'm going to use my Babyliss Low Pro trimmer to scoop out all the excess hair under the bald line. Get everything nice and clean. Want to be very thorough, because again, this is a mid-bald fade, so want a nice, smooth, balded out section of the head. Now my client has a slight dip in the back of his head under the occipital bone, so you're gonna notice I'm gonna pull the skin and stretch it and use it to get the hair out more easily with the trimmer. Next, I'm coming in with the number 2 guard fully closed on my Babyliss Low Pro clipper. I'm gonna work my client's head with the grain. He doesn't want it really low on top, so using number 2 with the grain with the Low Pros are gonna give him the desired length that he wants, and I'm gonna just fade into that 2 on top of the grain. And And as always, when you're going with the grain, you gotta be very careful when you get to the crown area. You know, whether you're dealing with waivers or not, man, you don't want to be labeled a crown killer. And also, man, consistency is key. So doing nice, clean, consistent strokes. You want to get that hair down to a very even length, so it just looks good by the time you're done blending. I apologize for my arm being in the way during this section, and that's gonna happen a couple of more times. I didn't take the angle into account while I was cutting, but as you can see, you know, we got it cut down nice and easy. Next, I'm coming in with my Babyliss Pro 4 shaver, and I'm going to use that to smooth out the bald area of the bald fade. I'm not going to go up too high because I still want to leave some stubble. If you go up too high with your shaver, you're going to create a really nasty line that's going to be hard to get out. And the only other option will be to like bring the fade higher. Those are rookie mistakes, but no, we don't make rookie mistakes around here. That's what we got these tutorials for. Side note, I noticed my Babyliss Pro 4 shavers, they cut real close, way closer than my Andy shavers. I'm at a point where I'm probably going to reduce the amount that I use them on my black clients' heads and the back, because it cuts so close that it may pull the hair out of the follicle and cause hair bumps. So that's just something I picked up on just dealing with certain people here lately, because I'm new to the Pro 4 shaver. But they cut really close. I never really had that problem as long as I was using my Andy shavers, but these Babyliss Pro 4s, they cut really close. As always, you want to be as thorough as possible. Next, coming back in with the Babyliss Low Pro Clipper, I'm going to put in my next guideline with the clipper all the way open, and I'm going to go up about a full inch. If you notice, I'm working the blade kind of at an angle because I want to be going truly against the grain. His hair kind of slants at an angle, so I have to approach it at an angle to make sure it's truly against the grain to get as smooth a panel and consistent a panel as I can possibly get. Like always, once I get halfway through, I flip to the other side. So we got about a full inch of panel to work with. Next, same Babyliss Low Pro Clipper, going in fully closed, and I'm gonna flick at that bottom line and work it out and give myself some room to blend up. So ever since I got my Low Pro Clipper trimmer combo, they have become my favorite clippers, at least. These days my Rebels are getting a lot more reps, but that's only because they have a stand and are easier to get to than my Low Pros. So my Low Pros aren't getting as much action as they were when I first got them and before I got the Rebels. But once my crazy good power box gets in, I have a stand for them, my Low Pros are gonna be back in heavy rotation. Okay, next I'm coming back in with the blade halfway open, and I'm going to bring that bottom line up just a little higher so I can tie those two sections together, give this panel its final blended section. So made the line all the way open, got out the bottom line fully closed, and just to give it a more blurry transition, we're gonna attack the middle midway, work out any residual hair. Okay, next I'm coming in with my number 2 guard fully closed, and I'm going up to the parietal ridge of the head. This is going to kind of help debulk the top of the head so it blends together more nicely as I work out this middle section, or this middle line I should say rather. Now right now it's not gonna look like it's making a whole lot of difference, because again, it's like I said, it's mostly just debulking, but it's getting that area around the parietal ridge just short enough to work the top length into the rest of the fade. Okay, next I'm coming back with my number 1 guard fully open. I'm going to work in between the bottom panel that I blended in and the area at the top of the parietal ridge. So I'm not going up too high, maybe another 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. I don't want to go up too high because I want to bring the blade up. I'm still working his grain at an angle because again, I want it to be truly against the grain. So if you look at the way his hair grains are flowing, I'm going exactly against it. So I'm not coming straight up, coming in at an angle. I'm gonna do this process all the way around the head. Now right there I have flipped the clipper over, do a little debulking. There was a little extra hair there that wasn't present on the other side, so just to kind of even the playing field, I just went ahead and used that tactic to even things out. Okay, next I'm coming back, same number 1 guard fully closed, and I'm going to soften up that line that exists between the top blend and the bottom blend. It's gonna soften it, but it's not gonna get it all the way out. It might look like it, but it's not all the way going. Still coming in at an angle, trying to be as thorough as possible. Maybe even doing a little light spot mopping for this region as I go. Next, I'm coming back with the Babyliss Low Pro Clipper, fully closed with the 0 guard on. And right here, I'm going to really work out that middle line. The number 1 guard fully closed was enough to kind of soften it up and get it ready for this step. The 0 guard fully closed, or I'm sorry, in Babyliss case, it's a 0.5 or a 1/2 guard. So my apologies for saying 0 guard, because that's not how it's labeled. I'm used to using the double magnetics, but yeah, this is the 1/2 guard. So we're gonna clean up that middle line and we're gonna work it completely out. Okay, now I'm coming in with the 1 1/2 guard, closed, fully closed, and I'm just gonna do some detail work in that top region around the parietal ridge, just to kind of smooth things out. And this is kind of a higher level version of spot mopping. And what I mean by higher level is just higher in the head. There's some detail work that needs to be done. Since we made the line with the 1 guard fully open and the number 2 guard fully closed, this is the next best guard. Now I'm coming back with no guard, fully open, detailing and spot mopping, looking for any dark spots I can work out, cleaning out anything that's keeping the fade from being as blurry and nice as possible. So this is all just detail work, fully open, little trigger play here and there, and we are working out any visible inconsistencies in our fade. We're using a lot of the corners of the teeth. A lot of corner of the teeth action going on when you do detail work. Next, I'm coming in with my Andis Slimline Pro, the original, and I'm going to work out that balding area where I left the stubble from the Babyliss trimmer. That way I can ensure that there is no bottom line left. It's going to ensure that everything's smooth, everything blends together smoothly from the area where there is hair on the head to the bald section. Now, using my Babyliss Low Pro trimmer, I'm going to just basically clean up his facial hair. I'm framing his chin area because he wants to keep that. Everything else I'm going to clean up with the trimmer. Gonna brush his mustache hair down using the Low Pro trimmer. Gonna work the area above the top lip. I know my hand's kind of in the way, but I think you'll see the difference when my hand is out of the way. Then just gonna work the top, line the mustache up real nice. Not too thin, not too thick. Get it in a nice little medium section, so noticeable but not overbearing. Tail in that beard section. Flip them around and repeat the same process. Work the top of the lip. Frame the chin section. Line up the top of the mustache. And just clean up all the excess hair on the face. Getting those details just right. Know y'all see my waves popping, huh? Alright, now I'm coming in with the Babyliss Pro 4 shaver. Gonna clean up his face, get it nice and smooth. Need a little stubble that was there, won't be that much longer. Again, those Babyliss Pro 4 shavers are very sharp, very powerful. So use discretion. Type of clients you use, best results. Alright, now I'm applying that Barber Magic liquid razor line. Using my razor comb, cut down the excess hair and lay his front line hair down. Prepping the lining to be lined. Now I'm coming in with my wall cordless detailers, which of all the trimmers in my arsenal, these are my #1 go-tos. These are my #1 hitters. They are just set so perfectly. I'll probably play around with some of my other ones and just see how I can get the blade set to see if I can get them close. But man, ever since AC Gutted Sharper Edge set the blade on these, these have been perfect hitters. Starting in the center, working my way out left, cleaning up any bottom hair. Going back to the center, working my way out right, then lining up the sidebars. I'm gonna use a business card and some Kiss Effects in my air compressor. 2 parts color, 1 part alcohol, the darkest brown. That card to ensure a nice, sharp, crispy line. We're just gonna enhance it to give it a more fuller look. Spin them around and repeat the process on the other side of the head. Now I'm coming back in with the same card and some topic hair fiber. Now I put the color down first, then apply the fiber. So not only does it have a darker background, but it also has something to stick to. And before I spray the topic holding spray. So it's like 2 layers of security for your hair fiber. And it ensures a longer lasting enhanced line. Now I'm going to apply the topic hold spray to seal everything into place. Now I'm coming back with the Barber Magic pencil. And since my client is brown skin, I want to go down 1 shade from the skin tone. So if I was dealing with a really light skinned client or a white client, I would use a white pencil. But since my client is brown skin, I'm going to use a tan pencil to sketch out his hairline and to apply his artificial ash line. Using my Andes Slimline Pros OGs, I'm going to blend in Magic pencil, give him a nice artificial hairline. I meant ash line, I'm tripping. Okay, now I'm gonna take my Andes Slimline Pros and just freehand float over the head, catching any strays and stragglers or any wild hairs that are sticking up and keeping the top of the cut from being as clean and laid down as possible. I'm not really sure what I'm doing in this process, honestly. Oh, I'm lining up his eyebrows because my elbow was in the way and I really couldn't tell. But apparently I'm lining up his eyebrows, y'all. And that's the cut. We finished it. Don't mind my nephew trying to steal my station. This ain't his station, it's my station. Little pavement ain't anything. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the tutorial. Hope y'all learned something today. Appreciate everybody who's been subscribing and checking out the content. If you're liking this video, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Also subscribe, share, help me grow this community out. Also don't forget to leave comments down in the comment box for any other tutorials you might want to see, any products you might want to see me review, anything, man. Just keep the conversation open, man. I jump in the comment sections. Let's get some dialogue going. A whole lot of more good content coming, a whole lot of more good. Did I just say it on camera? We're gonna edit it out. A bunch of good content is headed y'all way in the future. So I appreciate y'all for rocking out, and thank you to everybody that's been supporting me up to this point. And yeah, let's see if we got, I think right now I'm at 38 subscribers. So let's see if we can get to like, we're gonna take baby steps. Let's see if we can get to 50 by the time the next video come out. So yeah, once again, split your wig, Sidewalk the Barber. Come from Networks Barbershop, and we out. Nephew, we out.
Oh, that's